All right, Danielle, thank you so much for joining us today. I know on Vampire Diaries and the original spinoff, you are the child of Klaus and Haley. Your name is Hope. Now, for those of us who haven't been following the show, I have, for the record. Tell us about your character and how you've changed from one series to the other.
Hope is a supernatural being mixed of all the supernatural beings. She's a tribrid, and she's now 17 in this new show. I played her when she was a 15-year-old as well, and she's definitely changed from the originals to Legacies. After losing both of her parents and her uncle and a lot of people in her life, she's definitely become a result of the tragedies that have happened to her in season 5 of the originals. So she pushes people away, and she's very strong-willed, and she can kind of go off the deep end at any time, which is my favorite part about playing her. But yeah.
So what's it like getting your own show after such popular spin-offs like the originals that obviously came from Vampire Diaries?
It's a little surreal. I mean, I like wake up every day and I'm like, am I really doing this or am I dreaming this? I don't really know. But it's really surreal. It's completely changed my life in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways it hasn't. But yeah, it's definitely been a major transition over the last year or so.
When you found out you were going to get the role of Hope, did you do some research? Did you watch all of the Vampire Diaries from the beginning when you got the news?
So I was actually a fan of the Vampire Diaries myself. So when I was like 12 or 13, I watched it for like 4 years straight. I loved it. So I was very familiar with the world. And I was like, I love Stefan Salvatore. And so the other day, Paul Wesley was directing an episode of ours, and I was like, this feels very strange. But yeah, so I was a huge fan of that show. And then when I got close to getting the originals, I watched all of season 4 just to know who Hope was. Mm-hmm. When I got the audition, I was completely not familiar with the Michelson world at all. So I definitely had to do a lot of research.
And on the show, we kind of see you spar with Alaric. Now, did you have to train for this series at all? There were so many physical aspects to your role.
Yeah, I did. We trained for like 2 weeks.
Wow.
There was, a sparring session in last week's episode as well. So yeah, we keep up with it with our amazing stunt team. We have some more coming up, so it's fun. I enjoy it.
And this Thursday, we actually see a love interest coming in. Tell us about that.
Yes. So you will definitely see Hope begin to navigate her romantic side a little bit, and that's all I can say about that. But it's definitely a journey. It's an up and down journey for her in that world. So you'll see that kind of come to a head in whichever way.
About that world, tell us about the new creatures that I feel like are always introduced in these series and in these episodes.
I think the fun thing about our show and the thing that separates our show from this universe is that we do have a creature of the week aspect. We do have an overall big bad, but the creature of the week kind of changes episode per episode, so you're getting a very different feeling every single week, which I think is really exciting and really fresh. But yeah, we're definitely kind of stepping outside of the box, opening ourselves up to a completely new supernatural world in this universe. Which has been really fun to create, and I'm still learning about it myself. We all are, but it's been super fun. I'm like a superhero every week.
And you've mentioned Paul directing one of the episodes for this season. Now, we've seen Matt Donovan come back. We've seen Jeremy Gilbert come back. Do you want to see the Salvador brothers coming back?
I mean, Julie has an open door policy, so whoever wants to can. But I think the nice thing about our show is that we really are a show standing on its own. So we're still tied to the Vampire Diaries universe, but we really have created an identity for ourselves, which I think is super important in differentiating this show from the previous 2 shows, because otherwise it would be, a show of the same concept, but we're really kind of going outside of ourselves and creating an identity for ourselves.
That was actually my next question. For people who want to watch Legacies, you do think it's a standalone show, or should they have to kind of watch Vampire Diaries and the originals to get caught up?
Absolutely not. Legacies explains mostly everything you need to know in the first 5 episodes, especially in the first episode. If you want to watch the originals of the Vampire Diaries, you most certainly can. I think it makes for a more fun experience. But if anything, Legacies will make you want to watch the Vampire Diaries and the originals to understand the little Easter eggs here and there, or to catch them at all. But yeah, no, that's the nice thing about Legacies.
And Danielle, you're pretty young. You have a pretty impressive resume. You've worked with a lot of big names. I'm going to name just a few of them very quickly. Matthew David in this, Owen Wilson and Julia Roberts in Wonder, Bradley Cooper in Aloha. Who's someone you haven't worked with that you dream of working with one day?
So many people, but I think I think I would really, this is the most cliche answer ever. I would love to work with Meryl Streep, obviously, because I think she's so talented and she can do everything. But I would also really love to work with like Russell Crowe. I think that would be amazing too.
That's an impressive list.
Yeah, I've admired him as an actor.
So we talked about legacies. Any new projects that you want to talk about? Give us some hints.
I'm preoccupied with legacies right now. Anything that comes my way, I mean, we'll see what happens, but I'm very occupied with legacies at the moment.
Okay, great stuff. Headed over there, sitting down with Legacy star Danielle Rose Russell, and you can tune in this Thursday at 9, 8 Central on the CW to catch the latest episode of Legacies.